Hi there. So this is the next workbook 14.2, and it looks like you haven't submitted it yet. So I'm just looking at the questions here with you. So you need to graph these two functions and see which one is the correct graph down below. So if you don't feel comfortable graphing yet, let me know that, and I can make you a video about how to graph these things. But right now I'm going to assume you know how to graph, and maybe what's new is that there's inequalities and that there's two of them. So when I graph this one right here, this is a line because it's just an X. It's not going to be curved, it's going to be a line. This one will be some sort of curve because it's an exponential function. So I know I have a line and I know I have a curve. So the inequality signs, this one is greater than or equal to. If it has an or equal to with it, that means it's going to be a solid line. So I can already tell that this is not the right answer because this line is not solid, it's dashed. So this line should be solid based on our equation here. The second function here, I know it's going to be a curve, and because it's just a less than, I know that's going to be a dotted line. So I already knew this one was wrong, but this one is wrong because this line is solid, but I need it to be dashed. Okay, so this is definitely the wrong answer, but now let's talk about shading for a minute. So greater than or equal to, that means I'm going to shade above this line. So here's the line. I need to be shading red above it. And this one looks like it's shaded below. So that's definitely not going to be it. Here, this is y is less than, so I'm going to be shading below that curve. So this one is shaded below the curve, but again, it wasn't the right line, so we already know this one is wrong. But so what we need to find is we need to find a solid line, a dashed curve, and the curve needs to be shaded below, and the line needs to be shaded above. So that's what we're looking for as we go through these answers here. So here I have, again, a dashed line. We don't want a dashed line. We want a solid line. So let's keep looking. Okay, so I have a solid line here, and I have a solid line here. Okay, that's good. And I have a dashed curve and a dashed curve. Okay, so these two are contenders, but now we need to figure out the shading. Remember, we said we wanted it to be shaded above the red line and below the blue curve. So here, I'm shaded above the red line. You can see it's kind of purpley here because they intersected, but it's shaded red above. And then this is also shaded blue below the blue curve. So this one to me looks good. Let's just double check down here. This one's shaded above the red line and above the blue curve. So that is not what we wanted. We wanted it shaded below the blue curve. So it looks like that would be the right choice. So let's go to the next question here. Okay, so use the following system to answer the questions. Which option shows the graph of the system? So you're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, we know this first one's a line because it's an x. This one's going to be some sort of exponential function, so some sort of curve. We need the line to be dashed this time because it says just less than. And this equation is greater than or equal to, so that's going to be a solid line. I'm going to show you another tool here. I don't know if you've ever used desmos.com, desmos.com. When you come in here, sometimes there's already a bunch of stuff written down, so just go over here and get a blank graph. And you can actually just type this in. Y is less than 3x plus 8. So y, and then there's this keyboard hidden down here. Y is less than 3x plus 8. That was the right thing. 3x plus 8, yep. And then y is greater than or equal to negative 4 to the x plus 5. So I'm going to hit enter. Y is greater than or equal to negative 4. Here's the exponent to the x. And then make sure you click out of the exponent before you hit the plus 5. And let's make sure it was plus 5. Yes, it was. Okay, so here's the graph. You can look at this one and find which one matches, but you can see it's a dashed line and it's shaded below. And then we have a solid curve shaded above. So that's what we're looking to match here. So which one looks like that? We need a dashed line. So those first two don't have dashed lines, so I know those are out. These ones have dashed lines. And you can see this one matches exactly our graph. Watch, I'll click back and forth. So look at that bottom one, and it's the same as that. So desmos.com can really help you to graph things as well, help you to visualize it. And let's look at the last one. So you're going to do the exact same thing on this. So you can either use Desmos or you can just kind of look at it and know for yourself. Let me know if you need more help on that.